Hello, class of 1970 members. I'm Courtney Marshall. I'm the president and CEO of the Wichita State University Alumni Association. And although I'm sad that I'm not able to greet you in person this year, I'm very happy to be welcoming you back to campus virtually. We're trying to do everything we can to stay safe, so we've made the decision to make everything virtual, but we've got a fun-filled day planned for you. Each year, as we feature our 50th year graduating class, I enjoy jumping back in time with you to recall some of the world and campus happenings that make your graduating year unique. Here are some that caught my attention. The major news stories of 1970 included Apollo 13's mission to the moon accident with all of the crew surviving. There was news of the first supersonic flight of the Concorde and the completion of Egypt's Aswan High Dam. And 1970 was the year that 100,000 people demonstrated against the Vietnam War in Washington, D.C. The first Earth Day was held, the Beatles disbanded, and both Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin died of drug overdoses. Remember some of the most popular songs of the year? Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon & Garfunkel was the top song of the year, with The Carpenters' Close to You, The Guess Who's American Woman, and Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Diana Ross in the top 10. The most popular films in 1970 were Love Story, Airport, MASH, and Patton, which was awarded the Academy Award for Best Film in 1971. In 1970, some of the funkiest fashion fads of the decade were on the rise. Remember tie-dye shirts and leisure suits, hot pants and peasant blouses, platform shoes, long, straight, and sleek hair, massive sideburns and afros? Remember when David Bowie, Mick Jagger, Jane Fonda, David Cassidy, and Florence Henderson all rocked the shag? On campus in 1970, activities reflected a time of social and political change. Julian Bond and Senator Edmund Muskie spoke on campus, while the Fifth Dimension, Janis Joplin, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears performed. So much else was happening on campus, as you will know, because you were here experiencing it. But I'm going to save some of the other highlights for our interim president, Dr. Rick Muma.
Greetings, class of 1970 members. I'm Rick Muma, interim president here at Wichita State University. Certainly no one anticipated 50 years ago the unusual circumstances that would surround this year's 50-year reunion for the class of 1970. While Courtney Marshall and I would like to have been here in person talking with you, I am pleased nonetheless to congratulate you on the 50th anniversary of your graduation from Wichita State. Before I share with you some highlights from your alma mater today, I'd like to call your attention to some of the highlights of our university the year you graduated. As you might remember, Clark Alberg was the university president, and your dean was Dr. Jim Radigan. Then, as now, the Fairmount College of Liberal Arts and Sciences was the largest on campus, with curricula consisting of more than 600 courses. Maybe you remember economics professor Paul Magelli, a native of Illinois, who was the dean of Liberal Arts and Sciences. The College of Business Administration, led by Dean Fran Jabara, was growing into its own in 1970 with the construction of Clinton Hall. As one of the university's largest colleges, the expanded facilities were very much needed. The colleges of fine arts, education, and engineering were growing also and busy with creative projects and accomplishments all their own. Maybe you recall from Homecoming 1968, the 40-foot tall lifelike Wooshock that engineering students built that year. As you might recall, Wichita State's newest college was the College of Health-Related Professions. That's where I got my start. And that was led by Dean Kramer Reed and offered courses in dental hygiene, medical technology, inhalation therapy, and nursing. If you followed Shocker sports at all, who could forget the opening game of the 1969-1970 season when a record crowd of 28,248 watched as the Fighting Shockers beat Utah State 17-7 in the brand new field house, later named Cessna Stadium. And I know you remember commencement exercises on May 31st in the Roundhouse in Henry Leavitt Arena, where more than 1,600 graduates received their degrees. Earlier this month, Wichita State held a belated commencement for spring and summer class of 2020 graduates in the Roundhouse in Charles Koch Arena. Sometimes places change and don't change at the same time. I hope you have a great week. Welcome back.